Hey everybody, it's WillBits, and... oh, Phoenix is looking angry. You're usually not standing here, Phoenix. What's up? You alright, buddy? We're playing Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Spirit of Justice. What do you mean Miss Faye is still being held hostage? And who's this mastermind? Paul Addison Whipperson was nothing more than a puppet. His benefactor was the one pulling the strings. But I have no idea who they are. So all we know is it's the person he was trying to give the orb to. Right? He was just following orders. Whoever it is, it seems they really want to get their hands on the orb. So then Miss Faye's abduction is the work of this so-called benefactor too? Right again, whoever they are, they're in Khura'in, along with Maya. I wonder who they could be. Right, Miss Maya, the spirit medium you've been talking about. She wouldn't happen to be that bun-haired young lady you defended back in Khura'in? That's her. Why do you ask? I see. I think I know what's going on here. I've got good news for you, right? Maya is somewhere safe. That much I'm sure of. What did you do, Dirk? What do you know? I'm afraid you've lost me. So that's who the little snot's patron is. It's all starting to make sense. That fool has no idea I'm here in the States with you all. Dirk, you mind filling us in? Huh? No caller ID. I wonder who's calling. Hello?
Mr. Phoenix Wright, let me start by thanking you for taking such good care of my subordinate.
Who is this?
I believe you know me as Mr. Attishan's benefactor.
Sounds like they're using a voice changer or something to disguise themselves. Where's Maya? Is she safe?
I had my ears on today's proceedings. What a shock it was to hear that the key to solving the orb's riddle is a spirit medium. I admit I did not see that coming.
Wait, did they plant a listening device in here somehow? Why do they know that? They shouldn't know that. This is not a televised trial.
Nevertheless, don't think for a minute that it will guarantee Maya Faye's safety. She is not the only medium within my reach, you see.
You harm a hair on Maya's head, and you'll have to answer to me. Right. Give it here a sec. Wait! Hey there. How's it going, stranger?
Who's this?
Why, it's your friendly neighborhood dragon. I just happened to be in the U.S. on a little trip. Minister of Justice, Inga Khura'in. It's Inga! Inga? What? Maya's kidnapper. Is Khura'in's Minister of Justice?
Dirk, is that you dirty turncoat? What in blazes is going on here?
Oh, you know, just popped over to the States for a little R&R. But enough about me, Inga. That was a poor excuse for a bluff you pulled just now. We both know your threats are as empty as your head. You can't lay a hand on Maya Faye, and I do mean that literally. Arrgh! What are you talking about? You can kiss your chances of getting the orb. Goodbye.
Maya Faye ain't my only, how shall I say, insurance, you know, Dirk.
What?
I've got someone dear to you right in the palm of my hand, see? Now that one, well, you can imagine what kinds of things I could do, right? Glad you're seeing things my way. Meet me at Amara's tomb tomorrow, 3 p.m. sharp. And you better come alone. Got it? If all goes well, the orb is all you'll need to get Maya Faye back.
Dirk? What's going on? You heard him. I have to get back to Khura'in at once. Can we get to Khura'in by 3 p.m. tomorrow? We better get on a plane right now. Why? No time to explain. But are you even gonna make it? What if there are no seats left on the next flight? Plus, you're a wanted man. They're not gonna just let you on a plane. Let me worry about that, Mr. Justice. Ah, hi, Edgeworth. Where you been? Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth? What are you doing here? Taking care of the hostage situation. Oh, now that you mention it. Pearl did say that she saw you around in Khura'in village. I had him look into a few things while I was on my way back from Khura'in, including Maya's situation, of course. I was astonished to hear she was still in Khura'in earlier, but it explained why I found no connection between her and Mr. Addison. Sorry to interrupt, but going back to the plane situation where we need to go to a place, I've taken the liberty of chartering one for us. It's ready to take off at any time, and I will do what's necessary to hide the fact that Dirk Sadmedy is on board. Wow, must be nice to be chief prosecutor. Right, we have no time to lose. We must head for Khura'in at once. Right. I'm going too. After all, you're bound to need my help. No fair, I want to go too. This isn't a vacation, Trucy. Besides, I'll need you to hold down the fort. But Daddy... Guess I should also only bring what's necessary. Sorry, Trucy, but you're not necessary. You're a bunch of baggage. Oh, would you mind holding on to this stuff for me? Let's get rid of the unnecessary evidence. Foist it onto Trucy. Fine, but you'd better bring me back something besides just more evidence. Excellent. Now let us make haste to Khura'in. And that's how our sudden trip to the kingdom of Khura'in began. I never imagined I'd return to the country of my youth. Under such circumstances, though. Hey, we're immediately back in the temple. 2:30 p.m. We got half an hour to spare. Just in time. I imagine the temple is also the airport, and we're just like hopping off the plane. That was a long flight. It's already 2:30 in the afternoon. Talk about cutting it close. The kingdom of Khura'in. This is no time to reminisce, but I gotta say, this place sure brings back memories. Hurry up, Apollo! Right behind you. Amara's tomb is located in the courtyard of Khura'in Palace. We should have just enough time to get there. Then let's sprint there! Think you can keep up, Apollo? Sure, no sweat. I'll contact the royal family and the local police and inform them of our arrival. Thanks, Edgeworth. Okay. So let's get moving. I guess to the royal residence. We're gonna go straight to see the royal family? So much for coming alone. I already see some really, really obvious suspicious footprints over here. Khura'in Palace. I wasn't made for all the running and climbing and near drowning I've done this week. Yeah, you've had kind of a rough time, Apollo. You could probably use a little time off. It's 2:45, only 15 minutes left. See that cylindrical building rising in the distance? That's Amara's tomb. Amara? Wasn't that the previous queen? The one who was assassinated? Yes, and I'm the one they pinned it on. It'll take a few minutes to get to the tomb from here. So you have returned, barbed head. Ah! Rafa! Have you decided not to hate us yet, Rafa? I've seen her before on the news. If I remember correctly, this is the crown princess, Rafa Padma Khura'in. What are you people doing here? This is the royal residence. commoners are not allowed entry without permission. A prosecutor from the States should have already called and requested permission for us to enter. As to why we're here, Your Benevolence, have you seen Minister Inga? If you seek my father, I just saw him heading towards Amara's tomb. Was he with anyone? You know, like some shady-looking underlings or something like that? No, he was alone. Why do you ask? Looks like she has no idea about Miss Faye's abduction. You hear that? I think we have company. Stomping. That's probably the gardeners.
Bow down before her glory! Her Eminence Queen Garan, Grand Priestess of Khura'in, approaches!
Huh? Garan? It's... Queen Garan! Guards, surround Amara's tomb at once.
Yes, Your Eminence!
What's she doing? Is she going to help us? Excuse me, Your Eminence. So, our barbed-head lawyer returns. May we presume you are here for Maya Faye, the spirit medium who has been abducted? Yes, you may. Allow us to apologize for the criminal actions of our husband. Oh, no need to apologize for him. Honestly, Inga, abducting a guest in our country, how could you? Father, abducted someone? Your Eminence, what about those soldiers over there? They are the Garan Royal Guard, soldiers who serve the crown and no other. Royal Guard? They are an elite force selected from only the most loyal and outstanding of our subjects. And why have you ordered them to surround the tomb? The police will not come if it is my husband who is committing the crime. We shall have to storm the tomb and take Minister Inga into custody ourselves. What? You mean...
Garan, no. His hostage is in there.
Dirk! How dare you set foot in the palace? Have you come to turn yourself in?
Listen, we need to call a truce for now.
Garan Royal Guard, seize this traitor of the crown!
As you wish, Your Eminence! Resist and you die!
Well, wait a second!
Slow down there, Garan. I'm here to conduct a hostage exchange. But if you take me in now, Maya Faye is as good as dead.
A hostage exchange? And why would he choose to do such a thing with you?
We can talk about that later. Right now, I need to get in there before it's too late. If I can't resolve this in 20 minutes, you can storm the place. Now then, if you'll excuse me.
Dirk, wait! Guards, allow the insurgent Dirk Satmati to pass. Barbed head, you have some explaining to do. Right. Well, while we're waiting here, Apollo, why don't you explain the situation? What? Me? Leave nothing out, Hornhead, or I'll dehorn you where you stand. Hornhead? She doesn't waste any time coming up with nicknames. And what's with the attitude? Her father's the one who abducted Miss Faye. Hi, Rafa. How you been? You feeling any better about us?
Do my ears deceive me, or did I hear talk of my father abducting someone?
Oh, you heard right. He abducted my FA, and...
Insolent fool!
Pardon my rudeness, sorry.
A gentle soul such as my father could not possibly have committed such a crime.
Gentle? You think he's gentle? I hate to see what you think somebody who's rough is. I'm afraid it's true, your benevolence. He's holed up in that tomb as we speak.
Really? I find this difficult to believe. Why would he do such a thing?
Inga Khura'in, Minister of Justice. Your benevolence, you saw your father heading toward the tomb?
I did. I was over on that veranda, deep in thought. When I saw him hurrying toward the tomb, I'd say it was about 10 minutes ago.
Why was he rushing? Maybe he was worried he'd be late? Did you see anyone else heading for the tomb?
I saw no one else after he entered.
So Minister Inga and Miss Faye are the only ones in there besides Dirk? Who knows? But I wouldn't be surprised if he had a minion or two with him. Dirk, I sure hope he's alright. It's only been 5 minutes? Ugh, it feels like an eternity. Patience, Apollo, patience. Well, it's been almost 20 minutes. What's taking Dirk so long?
The appointed time has come. Our royal guard shall now storm in.
Can't you wait just a little longer?
No, we cannot. Every second we wait puts the hostage's life in even more danger. Therefore, we see no alternative but to order our guards to storm in.
But that'll put Miss Faye's life in danger, too.
Guards! Storm the tomb and seize Minister Inga, along with the insurgent Dirk Sadmadi.
Yes, Your Eminence!
What? Dirk's under arrest, too!
Naturally, that traitorous snake assassinated my predecessor, Queen Amara. Now go, seize them both!
Rah! We're going in! Follow me, men! For Her Eminence, Odihara Garan!
I hope no one gets hurt.
Ah! Your Eminence!
What the? Why are they running back out?
What is the meaning of this?
Something terrible has happened! Dirk, the minister! Huh. He's dead!
What's this?
What? Apollo, quick! I'm right behind you!
No one enters without our... Come, let us see what has transpired.
Yes, Your Eminence!
Alright, so I guess we know what the trial's gonna be about. Did somebody kill Inga? Did Dirk kill Inga? Or did Inga kill Inga? Where's Dirk? Apollo, over there! Well, that looks pretty guilty. Dirk! Dirk! What? What have you done? Apollo. Look. So it is Minister Inga.
So it is Minister Inga who has fallen. Guards, seize this murderous man at once.
Yes, Your Eminence, surrender now or perish, rebel scum!
No, wait!
No, wait. Arg!
Extreme action. Just like huge amounts of budget being blown away here. Just like fight scenes and CGI. Dirk! They're taking him away. Ow! Dirk just threw something at me? Wait, this is the... Is he telling me to keep it safe? Or did he just want to hit me with Khura'in's most valuable relic?
Nick? Is that you?
Maya! Are you alright?
Dirk, he saved me. I feel exhausted. I can't keep my eyes open.
Maya! Minister Inga, the man behind Miss Faye's abduction, had been killed, and Dirk was arrested for his murder. So it was that the abduction of Maya Faye came to a sudden and unexpected resolution. With this, the curtain fell on the minister, but things were far from over. They seem kind of over. Now what?
Apollo, what happened?
I can't say for sure, but from what I can tell, it seems Dirk has killed Minister Inga.
What? You think he did it to save Miss Faye?
Most likely, but who knows? I'm really confused right now.
My father, This cannot be! I must see for myself!
Your Benevolence, we cannot allow you to pass.
Jules, stand aside!
Forgive us, but we have direct orders from Her Eminence, Queen Khura'in.
Father! Oh, Father. Dirk, you will pay for this!
Apollo, let's go regroup somewhere. Yeah. Dirk, it wasn't really you that did it, right?
Are you okay, Apollo?
Yeah. Edgeworth's speaking with the local police, so let's sit tight until he returns. Okay. I know you must be in a state of shock right now, but I need you to stay with us, Apollo. He's right. I can't go to pieces now. Thanks, Mr. Wright. I'll be fine. Edgeworth, what happened? Right, Mr. Justice. I'm afraid I have some bad news. It looks like things will only get more complicated from here. Prosecutor Edgeworth, what's happening with Dirk? As I understand it, he has been officially charged with the murder of Minister Inga. He has? However, I did manage to get his permission to investigate the crime scene, and I expect we'll be allowed to visit Mr. Satmadi shortly. Thank you. I'm sure glad Prosecutor Edgeworth is here with us. Also, it just so happens that Detective Skye is here in Khura'in, so I have asked her to assist us with our investigation. Yay, Emma! What? What's she doing here? Why is she always around where we are? It seems Prosecutor Satmadi has grown quite fond of her. He's been ferrying her around all over the place. A few days here, a few days there. They've almost become a team of sorts. Despite what Nayuta says, it seems he thinks highly of Emma's skills.
So what now, Apollo?
I think I'll go pay Dirk a visit at the detention center. I want to go check on Maya at the hospital. What about you, Athena?
Well, if there's footwork to be done, I'd better stick with Apollo and give him a hand.
Very well. Then I will accompany Wright. Okay, we'll go our separate ways for now. Alright, if anything comes up, you have my cell number. Do you know your way around here, Apollo? It's been over 10 years since I left, but I'll try not to get as hopelessly lost. Okay, so, investigation begin of a royal murder. That's gonna go great. First things first, I guess he wants to go to the detention center. So let's see let's try to unravel what all happened during that blazing white screen action sequence that they didn't show us things. Apollo, here to see your old man, are you? Dirk! Are they done interrogating you? Nope, the fun hasn't even started. I imagine they'll really rake me over the coals, though. Maybe literally, like actual hot coals.
I don't even want to think about how harsh their interrogation method will be.
Yeah, but that's nothing compared to what they'll do if they find him guilty. They've been branded me a terrorist who killed the previous queen, and now the justice minister. If found guilty of these crimes, I'll be facing a very public execution. Public execution? This is worse than I thought.
Come on, son. Turn that frown upside down. You'll jinx us.
As soon as I get out of here, I'll take you to this tasty hash house I know. I like that. I really need to focus on what happened. It's time to switch to work mode. Dirk, can you tell me what happened? Oh, and there's also something I want you to take a look at. Alright. What do we want to take a look at? Did we get something new? Oh, all we have... Wow. We removed all the evidence except the orb and the photo of the father. Interesting. Let's do some talking first. Tell us about the incident. Dirk, what happened in there? You didn't really kill Minister Inga, did you?
Well, the thing is, I really don't know.
Huh?
I remember seeing the mural of the founder right as I entered the tomb, but I got all dizzy immediately after that.
Huh.
The next thing I knew, I was standing there with a bloody knife in my hand and covered in Inga's blood.
So you don't remember meeting with him?
No. The last thing I remember after entering that tomb is feeling really dizzy.
There's no way he can explain what happened if he can't remember anything.
Yeah.
I suppose there's no getting out of this one. But we can't give up yet.
Ha 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 ha! I was just messing with you, son. Well, stop! It's not funny!
Sorry.
Sheesh. Nothing seems to faze him. Not even being arrested for murder.
This is going to be one tough case, Apollo. Not only have I been charged with Inga's murder, but I've also been charged with Amara's assassination from 23 years ago.
You're on trial for 2 charges?
Khura'in is practically licking her chops just thinking about my public execution. I guess it means we can't afford to lose our heads. Ha 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 ha.
I don't know how you can laugh at a time like this.
So, son, I take it you'll be defending me at my trial?
Of course. You can count on me.
That's my boy. Looks like your nerves are as steely as those vocal cords of yours. After all, you've got the Defense Culpability Act to contend with, too.
Oh, right. So if you're found guilty, then I'll be charged with the same double homicide. Huh.
Don't tell me you forgot about that.
I'll be fine. I just have to make sure we win this one.
You sure? Because you don't sound very fine.
Apollo? What was that about an assassination 23 years ago?
Let's talk about that. That's kind of, we've been talking about that a lot, but we kind of, let's see. About that incident 23 years ago. That was when the previous queen, Amara, was assassinated, wasn't it?
Yes, someone set her private residence on fire. She lost her life in the ensuing blaze.
And you were arrested for the crime?
did they arrest you, Mr. Sadmadi? Weren't you just a lawyer back then? What relation could you have had with the Queen?
Well, about that. Amara was, well, she was my wife. We were married. I was sort of, you know, yeah. I may not look the part, but I was once husband to a queen. In short, I was royalty.
What? No way! What? How did that not come up at any other point?
Are you saying you won the heart of the reigning queen?
Ha 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 ha. Come on, you're talking to a guy who honed his prowess against witnesses on the stand. Even a queen is no match for this dragon's glare.
Wow, you're really something else. So was a verdict ever reached, Dirk?
I acted as my own attorney and won. Until I was accused of fabricating evidence, that is, that it all went south.
Now, where have I heard the story like that before? Where you were really doing really good, and then one piece of evidence was forged, and probably somebody else forged it. Seems a little familiar.
What happened after that?
I made a run for it.
You ran? But why?
I didn't kill Amara, and I didn't fabricate any evidence. But if I had stuck around for a retrial, I'd have been found guilty for sure. I couldn't allow that to happen. Amara's true killer would never face justice if I did. So I left my law practice behind and went underground.
But that was 23 years ago. Are you telling me that after all these years, you still haven't discovered the truth?
Yeah, the fact that it was all an arson means that the crime scene was reduced to ashes. There is little in the way of evidence left. It has just been brick wall after brick wall.
I guess that means it's all up to me to figure it out, huh? No pressure! Easy. Along with Minister Inga's murder, of course. I think I'm gonna be sick.
Come on, son, don't look so down. With you in the case, it'll work out somehow. Probably.
I hope he's right.
Say, son, do you remember my office?
Sure. I remember that messy, dimly lit room.
The file I've amassed on Amara's assassination is kept there. I think it might help you on this case. Do you remember how to get there?
Let me think. I recall going in through a manhole. How can I not, Dirk? I hated how I always got so dirty getting there. And that stench. Super secret lawyer offices deep in the sewer. Did he have to do that before the Defense Culpability Act? That seems silly, but okay. That case is important too, but I should probably focus on the minister's murder first.